Are you a business owner or entrepreneur who is ready to scale, innovate, and thrive your business this 2025? If your answer is yes, then definitely you have to listen to this podcast. Hello, miracle workers. Welcome to another special episode of Unlocking Miracles, Janergy's guide to life, love, and leadership. I'm very excited to share with you my 10 game changing business lessons that I learned in the past 2 days that I attended the Take Off Summit 2025 last Saturday and Sunday. So that's the reason why I was not able to upload an episode last Saturday because I was attending a seminar. But I am doing this recording and publishing this episode because I am so excited to share to you my lessons. Okay, so let's start. Let's begin because these are 10 game changing business lessons. Okay, so, first off, just to give you a brief context for those who are not familiar with Takeoff Summit, Takeoff Summit was organized by Loros Enterprises. So, they are the events organizer for big events such as Millionaire Mind Intensive, National Achievers Congress. And normally, what they do in a year is they bring in international speakers to our country. So they organize that so that our fellow Filipinos will be able to attend. They don't need to go abroad to attend international speakers, training and seminars. So this year they established, or actually they don't establish. I think they established Takeoff Summit way back in 2021, where there was still pandemic, and they thought of coming up with 100% Pinoy speakers so that we can actually be proud that even Pinoy speakers can be world class. And so this year is their second year of coming up with this summit where it's in person. We're back again to in person events. Last year, unfortunately, I was not able to attend, but this year I made sure that I will be able to clear my schedules and attend the event. And in fact, I was able to bring in my mama, Emma, my partner, my business partner as well in my business, as well as some friends in BNI. I was able to join and invite them. Okay, so let's get started with our 10 game changing business lessons. This is coming from my own perspective. So these are the reflections, highlights, lessons that I picked up from the Takeoff Summit. But I'm sure there are a lot of lessons that you can learn if you were there. If you're a seminarista rin like me, you were there in the summit. So let me share with you. Number one, let's go with the first one. First one is all about gratitude. This was really emphasized by the CEO president of Lorus, Joanna Lazaro, where she shares that it is really important that you start your day with gratitude. So upon waking up, do your meditation, your prayer, just say your thanks. Thanks to your Creator, thanks to the Lord for all the blessings that you are receiving, for being alive, awake, enthusiastic, for your family, even small things that you tend to neglect or tend to take for granted, just share them all. So this will really make your day so positive, hopeful, and it will really change your mindset in terms of seeing problems. You will see more opportunities because they also emphasize that what you appreciate appreciates. And as you are very grateful, you are increasing that positive vibe. Thus, you will be attracting more blessings along your way. So that's number one, gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. Number two, have a blueprint for success. This was initially discussed by Mommy N. Okay, so Mommy N is one of the speakers of that event. So Mommy N is a good friend of mine as well. So she actually helped me also refine some things in my business strategy. So, what do we mean by this? When you have to be clear before doing any business plan, you have to really have to be clear on your business calling. In terms of if you are starting or restarting your business, sometimes we think of the product or services that we have and how to sell it. But there's a different perspective that they're introducing, that you need to also be thinking of the customers, the ideal customers that you want to serve. And then you do your research on them, what's their pain points, what's their desires, their dreams, aspirations, challenges, and then you go ahead and develop a product for them. So that is emphasizing that you have your own unique message, you have your unique calling, unique business, no? So even if you feel that your business is so generic that a lot of people are also offering what you're offering, you can always add a uniqueness to it by sharing your own personal story, your own personal journey. Because bottom line, people will really be persuaded more if they can relate to you. People can resonate to you because you're authentic and you are sharing the truth that is inside of you. So that's number two. Have a blueprint for success. That's only a portion of it, okay? But that's the main lesson. Have a blueprint. Number three, build your ikigai. This was discussed initially by Mommy Ann, and then later on it was discussed by John Pagulayan, the founder of the Freelance Movement Tribe. And I was so excited to see him in person because I was just interacting with him via online. And for the very first time, I was able to meet him in person and listen to his talk. So basically, he really shared to us how to build your ikigai. So normally, we hear this from gurus that find your ikigai, but in his case, it's build your ikigai. So there's a journey to finding your purpose. It's not like uh, uh, you picked up a cup and you see that be a doctor side, and then that's already a side for you that you can be a doctor, pursue becoming a doctor. It's not like that. So it starts with actually exploration. So you need to try a lot of things first in the beginning. You have to see if this is the thing that you want to do. This is aligned to your values, to your interest, and then as you go along, you try to narrow it down to the things that really is fit for you. Like it's tailored fit. Like this is aligned to my skill set, to my knowledge, to my values, and to whatever character you have. And as you build it along, you will know. So for those who are not familiar with Ikigai, you can go ahead and Google it. But it's really an intersection. We normally use Ikigai for you to discover your purpose in life. And normally it's an intersection between your passion, what you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you are willing to be paid for. And if there's an intersection in the middle of it, all those things, that's your purpose. So it really was emphasized that it's not a one time thing, it's a process. Okay. Number four. Okay, number four is all about avoiding trial and error. So I think a lot of or most of the speakers mentioned this, but this was really emphasized by Real Talk Darbs. Now, so Real Talk Darbs was one of the speaker. He talked about content creation and how you can make content that will be watched by people or that can go viral. So he said that it is important that when you create a content, you have a structure, you have a system, and also you have to find a mentor, not only for content, but also for business. If you want to avoid trial and errors, you can find a good mentor that is experienced, well experienced, has committed a lot of failures already because you will be I think that's the most valuable asset that he mentioned that's the most valuable investment that you can have, that you are actually buying the mistakes of other people so that you can avoid that. So when you avoid those mistakes, you're actually saving more on money and time and even energy. So that's the thing. And then also Coach Brian Abduan, who is the automation king, mentioned that important that you test and verify things. So at the first time you do it, it's not working, it doesn't mean it's not for you. You can test again, test it in a different way, test it in a different market until you find the perfect fit. So that's test and verify. Okay, that's number four. Number five is all about visualization exercises. This was the most common thing that we were doing all throughout the 2 days, wherein some of the speakers allowed us to do visualization exercise. And basically, you are led into a space where you are quiet, you are closing your eyes, you are imagining things that can be possible for you, things that you have never thought can be possible. How would this happen to me? But if it is so clear in your mind, even if you're not closing your eyes, it's so clear that is possible. So I think most of the speakers, that's common to them that they actually had us do a visualization exercise. So it will give you downloads, it will give you, it will exercise your creativity, your resourcefulness when you do some visualization exercise. And for those who feel overwhelmed by the world, by the chaos, the distraction, visualization exercises will keep you also calm. Right. Okay. So those are the things that I um, picked up about visualization. Number six is about going deep and narrow. So this was mentioned by Mommy N, wherein she said that you have to really go deep into your target market, uh, or in your business, for your business. So, like if you initially want to serve mothers, so you need to really know them. As mentioned a while ago, their pain points, their dreams, what's their demographics, their psychographics, the things that they want to do, their interests, so that you can better serve them in that way. So you go deep and then you go narrow. Like in the example that Mommy N mentioned, that initially, being a business and experience in business failures, she initially wanted to help business owners, even aspiring business owners, startups. Then eventually, as she went with their coaching, she decided to go deep into her target market and go narrow. And she realized that she best works with people who are already into their business but are actually experiencing some challenges that they cannot scale up, or they cannot move move up, level up. So that's her. And then because she is attracting more of that, she realized that she's also into businesses that needs to scale up but are experiencing or having challenges in they have people problems. So that's how you actually um, go deep and narrow with your target market. So it's I could say that it's not a an instant thing. You really have to go through the process because you cannot tell who can resonate with you as well. So it's really about testing and verifying as well. Okay, now let's move forward to lesson number seven. So lesson number seven is about you cannot not grow. Um, I can't remember who said this, but I think the bottom line of this is, as business owners, we are really encouraged to invest in our personal development, in upskilling ourselves. So right now, AI is the in thing, that's the trend. Really have to digitalize our business. It's the only way for us to grow, or the best way for us to grow, because people are online, our customers are, our prospects are online. And you cannot not grow, because basically, initially, when probably you thought of coming into business, you just want it for yourself, you want it for a good life for your family. But as you grow your business, you come to realize that you're actually helping more people along the way. Right? Because as business owner, if your business is thriving, you are going to hire more people for your business, and thus you will be providing income for them and their families. And indirectly, you are helping these families actually create a better future for them. Like, they can go to kids can go to school, they can build their dream house, have their dream travel, and all that. So it is important that you, as a business owner, really have to think of growing ourselves even more. We cannot stop growing, and we just have to invest more in learning, in attending trainings, in investing time to learn. You will eventually reap the rewards, because this will have an impact in your own business. Okay. Number 8 is all about being a solutions provider. I think this was mentioned by Coach Brell, wherein as a business owner, we tend to be more salesy. We try to really make sure that, yeah, this product of mine or this service of mine is the best, right? So, and customers don't want to be sold, they want to buy. So they don't want people selling to them, they want to see the value first. So this was emphasized that you really have to find the problem of your target market, and initially build relationship to them by adding value to them. So you nurture the relationship, just like when if you're courting. So just like in courting a girl, you or meeting somebody for the first time and you like this person, you're not going to propose immediately to this person, right? So you need to go on dates, get to know this person, if you really like this person, and then build on the emotion, get that into that space where you spend more time together, so you get to know more each other and build that trust relationship, and then eventually, if you feel that you are meant for each other, then you propose for marriage, so that it's a long-term commitment. So that's the process is similar to also when you are getting customers. So initially you have leads, and leads are the ones that can be turned, they can be a stranger, they can turn into customers eventually. But you have to nurture the relationship first. You have to really build your credibility, your integrity, your things that how you can add value to this person. If you can connect well, then they can be your customer in no time. Okay, so that's being a solutions provider. Number 9 is all about attention is the new gold. This was emphasized by Real Talk Darbs when he discussed about content marketing and content creation. So he really emphasized on the part of the first step in content creation is developing the hook. So the hook is the first 5 to 7 seconds of your video. So as much as possible, try to avoid saying, "Hi everyone, how are you?" and then introducing yourself. No? So he is actually saying that you can start off your message by asking a question not necessarily discussing your topic already. So it's like a teaser addressing any concerns, problems that your target market may have, so that they will be interested to watch your video and really go through the value that you'll be sharing. So I already did that in this episode, if you noticed, I didn't start my video with hello everyone. So I started with a question or a statement that will really hook, get the attention of your audience. That's the main main thing. So I think if you are not good or great at doing your hook, you're actually letting go of the opportunity to provide value for other people. Because admittedly, there are a lot of contents online. And how do you actually stand out? How do you actually uh, get noticed if you start your video with um, so low energy? It's not attracting or it's not engaging. So it's really important to develop a hook. And it's so easy right now because you can make use of ChatGPT or any AI tools that will really help you generate ideas for a good hook. Just make sure that it is aligned to your brand, your voice, and if it's Tagalog, Taglish, speak in your dialect, that's fine, depending on the target market that you have. And then last 10, okay, my 10th lesson is all about be selfish to be selfless. This was shared by Real Talk Darbs. And I think some of the speakers also mentioned this when they start their day. They don't really start their day serving others. They start their day serving themselves. Like they make sure that they do their self-care habits. Like spend quiet time, don't check on your phone immediately because when you check your phone immediately, you'll be seeing and you'll be reacting to the things that you will be watching and that can affect your mood, that can affect your emotions, your day, and that will be a domino effect all throughout the day. So it's important that you start your day right by doing self-care habits. So that's gratitude, that's prayer, that's connection to the Lord. If you are a Catholic Christian, you may do some Bible reading reflections. You can um, uh, do some reading of books, lesson, listening to podcasts, allotting time also for exercise or movement so that you get to uh, warm up your body, release that stress or toxins that you have along, and then um, when you are more prepared for to start the day, then you can face any challenges that may come along the way in your day because you started your day right. So that's selfish to selfless by Real Talk Darbs. So those are the 10 game-changing business lessons that I picked up from the recently concluded Takeoff Summit. If you have attended the Takeoff Summit, I would be happy for you to share in the comment section as well. What are your key takeaways or aha moments in that summit? It's a jam-packed thing. I really am very happy that I was able to attend that event because I was also able to connect and reconnect with people that strangers and then also with people that I uh, met years back and now I'm seeing them again in person events. And that's the beauty of attending networking events. And I think as business owners, it's about time that we go back to attending in-person events, no? So not just attending online events because it's a different way for you to connect to people. It's more efficient. I feel that it's more effective if you are able to connect in person. It also builds your confidence in networking in the sense that you are able to show your personality, show your authenticity, your vulnerability to people, and they can connect to you more. So that is our episode for today. I hope that you found value in this episode. If you do, feel free to share this to your friends and family so that they too will be blessed. I hope to see you in the next episode. And if you are interested to watch my previous episodes, go ahead, just select an episode. I do have some interviews also with some of the business leaders and look forward to more interviews as in the coming episodes as I prepare for them so that I could add value to you more. And if you have any suggestions for topics for me to discuss, just message me and I'd be happy to look into them and be able to add value to you. Thank you very much for watching. And my invitation to you is to continue to unlock more miracles and be a blessing to more people. Cheers and see you in the next one. Bye.